Alrighty, we are live once again. So, what's up, everybody? Peter Joseph here for video number 2 on your Taco Tuesday. 2 for Tuesday. Once again, here on the Peter Joseph channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe right now. We're very close to 450. So hit that subscribe button and hopefully we'll get there pretty damn soon. But in any case, subscribe to the channel, my other channels, which are down there inside my pants, otherwise known as the description box below. So do it now. And that's pretty much it. So follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're real, if you're not, get a life, kid. Well, get a life, kids, because you're a bunch of kids, because you're not men. And that's pretty much it. And share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and slap the bell. Basically treat it like it's your bitch, or the Mets tonight because they stunk. Or the Miami Heat because they stunk too. Ugh. It is what it is, but hit that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn video. And if you do, well, fuck you, man. You missed it. That's it. You missed it. You missed it. And that's all I gotta say about that. So, if you're new here, you're just floating around YouTube at 1:30 in the morning, you see my gorgeous, sexy face. I mean, just look at me. And if you're new here and you see my video and you want to check it out, check it out. You know, if you watch it for a second, it still counts as a free view, asshole. But if you like the content, you want to see more of it, hit that bell, smash that like button, stick that thumb straight up to you know what. Tell those bitches that you like my content more than theirs. Not that they have content anyway. And subscribe to the channel and show my other channels your love and support. And that's pretty much it for that. Simple to the point. I got nothing else to say. So like, share, subscribe right now. And leave a comment. And come in the chat if you want. Don't act like an asshole because you'll get kicked out. But the chat room is open like Remy Sky's legs at a 24/7 7-Eleven. So, if you want to talk about NXT, you want to talk about anything else in the world of the sport, professional wrestling, then come on in. The water's fine. But don't act like an asshole. And if you do, well, fuck you, man. That's all I got to say about that. All right, speaking of people in the chat, we got Muhammad in the chat. His usual comment. It is what it is. I'm not going to say nothing bad about it. Be a little bit more original, but just saying. Anyway, happy Tuesday on a late Tuesday night. Well, now it's Wednesday morning, and now it's Wednesday morning, May the 24th, 2023, if you're watching on the replay. But if you're still up in the West Coast, it's May the 23rd, 2023. So, it is what it is. Happy Tuesday on a late Tuesday night, Peter Joseph. I hope you are doing well. I could be better if I was a Met fan, you know. I mean, Mets stunk up the joint tonight, losing 7-2. You know, Tyler McGill stunk up the joint. And I don't know what Bucky Boy, you know, what are you... You know, it was his birthday today, and he throws out a garbage fucking lineup with garbage fucking people. Why do you put a bum? A bum. He is a bum. He was a bum on the Yankees. He was a bum on Detroit, whatever he was playing. I think it was on the Twins. He's a bum here. A bona fide bum. He's horrible. Why do we get him? Why do we get him? supposedly as a backup for Nito. Why? We have 3 catchers. Why? We have Alvarez, who's been raking as of late. Why was he out of the lineup? I know Nito's hurt. Not Navarez, who we got from Milwaukee on a 2-year rental deal. He's hurt. He's supposed to be coming back soon. Why did we get another fucking boring as fuck catcher? This guy sucks. He can't catch. He cannot catch at all. Pass balls galore. This guy sucks. Get him out. DFA him. I don't give a shit. Get him out of New York. Garbage. And please, for the love of God, do not send Alvarez back down to the minors. He is hitting the cover off the ball. And you're going to bring him down to the minors? Just because Navarez is coming up? And Nito's going to get better? No! Put Nito down in the fucking minors. Nobody gives 2 fucking shits. Have Navarez and Alvarez. What's so... I mean, it's Billy Epler. I'm talking to you, dumbass. Is that so hard? I don't know. I don't know. And then you got Cookie Carrasco, who's coming back from injury, stinking up the joint again, giving up 15 runs. His ERA is higher than my mortgage. I mean, seriously, why do we have Carrasco? Carrasco had a great season and down the drain. Comes back this year, down the drain. Then he gets hurt, comes back, garbage. And now he's pitching on Thursday against a garbage pitcher on the Cubs. That's probably going to be the highest scoring game in baseball history. Oh, please. I don't even want to look at this series. The Mets should sweep this team. And we lost tonight. If we, God forbid, we lose 2 or 3 to the Cubs. Remember this series for later. Remember what happened last year when the Cubs swept the Mets? When they were about to win the division? The Cubs are becoming the Florida Marlins. Pesky. Can't beat them. Like the Pirates. I don't understand. I don't understand this team sometimes. I'll still root for them because I'm a real fan, unlike some people we know. But I digress on that. But yeah, Mets stunk up the joint, so not having a great night, but it is what it is. I get over it. Play again tomorrow. Hopefully Cody Senga gets the win tomorrow against Marcus Stroman so we can shut him up. And it is what it is. That's pretty much it. So I had a good day, you know, minus the Mets crap. You know, watch the Celtics game. Hey, the Celtics are alive. You know, they woke up in the second half, and you know Jimmy Butler doing everything, and he can't do that. You get down by 8, and then Jimmy Butler's like, "Oh, I'm going to take over the game," and then he's throwing the bricks. I'm like, can't do that. And I knew that the Celtics were going to win at least one game in Miami. But now the series goes back to Boston on Thursday night with the Heat up 3-1. So Boston will be rocking Thursday night. I'll tell you right now, I still think this is going 6. I don't think it's going 7. I don't think that it's going to go 7 games. I think the Heat are going to be pissed. And they're going to come out and do what they did the first 2 games in Boston. But you never say never with those Celtics. So we'll see. I still think it's going 6. But you never know in the world of sports. But it is what it is. And in any case, I hope you had a good day there, Mohammed. And if not, well, I'm sorry. Anyway, CM Punk might be coming back to AEW, I heard, and my thoughts goes to Drew McIntyre's sister-in-law. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about Drew McIntyre's sister-in-law passing away today. So my thoughts and prayers go out to, you know, the Scottish cyborg Drew McIntyre, and this tough time for him. So he'll probably be taking more time off because we don't know when he's coming back, if ever. But, my thoughts and prayers go out to Drew McIntyre. And also, my thoughts and prayers go out to Jey Uso and his family. Oh, my God. If anybody hear this, anybody see this on Twitter tonight? Twitter was blowing up with Jey Uso. I was like, what the hell is Jey Uso? and on Twitter's trending. Like, Jey Uso trending on Twitter for what? So, I go check it out. And then I find out the worst news I ever heard. Well, not the worst news I ever heard, but something that I didn't want to see. Jey Uso got doxxed on TikTok by some crazy bitch. What is wrong with wrestling fans these days? What is wrong here? I do not understand the wrestling community, or not even a community, it's a asylum. Because you got idiots there. Especially here on YouTube. There are a lot of idiots that need to be put in an asylum. Or the grave, but that's just my opinion. Really need to be put in an asylum or jail because of the shit they do like this. And really thinking they're hot shit, like, oh, I'm gonna troll Jey Uso, I'm gonna troll Roman Reigns, and then they get blasted on social media, and then they get blocked, and then they do stupid shit like the guy that almost kidnapped and did really bad things to Sonya Deville and then Alexa Bliss and dumb ass fucking marks. That's what they are. They all need to go to jail and just get thrown in jail. Or beaten severely by these wrestlers. And the fans too. But it is what it is, and it's just wrong. It's just wrong to do that type of shit. So I assume, Jey got in touch with the authorities, keep his family safe, like anybody would do. But it's just one thing after another, and that's why really doxing should become a crime, and it is a crime. Really, I shouldn't say that it should be a crime, but it is a crime. Doxing is a crime because you're putting out personal information. Oh, but it's public information. No, it's private. Dumbass. It's private information. Nobody puts their freaking address on the internet unless you're you're at a bank. It's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid, and the people that do this should really be prosecuted to the highest extent of the law and be sentenced to jail. And I believe if you do dox, you get 7 years in jail. I think 7. I could be wrong. But these fucking people on YouTube and other social media that do this type of shit need to be prosecuted. Okay? I mean, I've been doxxed. Do I care? Not really. I mean, other people have been doxxed before, but, it gets to the point where it becomes a hassle and harassment and other shit. And then you bring family into it, which I think is a bitch move, that you harass people's families and everything because you have a personal beef with somebody. I mean, don't bring family into it. I mean, if it's between you and then you bring, you go in comments like, oh, your mom's a slut. Oh, your mom's a whore, That's between person to person. Don't make it real life shit, okay? It's just stupidity. It's just stupid that these moronic trolls have to go, think they're hot shit and have to go low. So when we go lower, we don't have to, it sucks when you have to stoop to the level and then bring their family into it. I think that's a little bit too much, personally, if you're on the defensive. Like Me, I've done that before. I'm on the defensive, so. But it is what it is. But these people that do that and harass, my friends' families or, my family, whatever, I think it's a bitch move. It's a bitch move. By bitches. They can't fight fair, then don't bother, then you already lost the battle. And I have no fucking time for that shit. You can't fight fair, then don't bother. Then don't even. Then you think you won. Oh, like, we won, this and that. Put videos up and videos of harassing people's family members. It's just stupidity. You think you won. You didn't win. You're going to go to jail. Because you're harassing them. So, I don't care. But these people think they're untouchable. Sooner or later, karma's gonna come back to you. Trust me on that. So, it is what it is. But to those people, fuck you, you coward bitches. If you can't do it one-on-one, then you're a bitch. It is what it is. Alright, that's that. I don't care if it gets clipped. I don't give a shit. Because I'm not going to shut up for anybody. And I have an opinion, and my opinion matters the most. And if you can't handle it, that's just too fucking bad. It's just too bad. Because you're not gonna win, and in the end, we always win. It is what it is. All right, let's move on with that. Don't know if you know Peter Joseph. I have been sick all day earlier today and on Monday. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better. And I hope you had a good weekend. I had a great weekend singing on stage with my good friends and everything. Getting paid to do what I do. Audio. I did audio and I did photography for a local concert in my area. It was a great night. Lots of old friends, met some new friends, networked. It was great. It was a great night. And then I went to an indie show. It was a great show. And, and then Sunday I had a party to go to. A couple, one of my friends. So, did that. Had a good weekend. And, going through this week, almost at the midpoint of the week. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my week, and I'm gonna go into Memorial Day weekend, and I'm gonna enjoy it. That's pretty much it. And you should too, not stay on YouTube all day. Enjoy the weekend. That's it. All right, we got my good buddy Rally in the chat. Well, I missed his first comment, so I apologize for that. He says, "Hi, Peter." Well, how you doing? He says, "That's awful. I got told by someone who does wrestling live streams that he's not in the IWC. LOL, what a muppet." Everyone who likes wrestling, wait, let me say that again. Everyone who likes wrestling, a fan, people on YouTube are all in IWC, dumbass. When I got on YouTube, I didn't even know what the YWC was. It wasn't a thing when I joined. It was like in its infancy, basically. And I started in August of 2009. And then I just did videos for fun, wrestling. I talked about a little bit of wrestling. I did like 10-minute Ring of Honor reviews when I used to go to the shows and everything. 10 minutes is hard to do with a Ring of Honor for a Ring of Honor review back in the day when YouTube's time limit was 10 minutes. Then a couple years later it became 15 minutes. I was the first one to actually get that. And then I think like a year or two later, now it's unlimited, which is great. They should have done that in the first place. Not like, oh, if you have a directory account, you can go 10.5 minutes, or you can go 15.5 minutes. Blah, blah, blah. Instead, they should have just had it be unlimited. This is before Susan took over. I don't even know who ran YouTube back in 2009. I personally could care less. Just when Susan and now Neil taking over, the website has just turned into craziness with people doing all this bullshit, harassing, and all this other crap. It's just, you know, YouTube really needs stricter guidelines, and every time they change the guidelines, it doesn't work. It's like, oh, we're gonna stop hate videos. Did you do that? No. Because people are like, oh, it's freedom of speech. Yeah, it is. But when you harass and dox people, then it becomes a hate video. You see me doxing people? No, I don't need to. I don't need to do that. I don't need to respond to half these people in a video unless it's warranted. And I haven't done a drama video in a very long time. Well, I'm just saying. But yeah, I mean, I joined the YWC. I was doing wrestling videos and everything. You know, got into a couple of groups. You know, well, one group I really liked being part of. That was Pro Wrestling. Oh, what was it called? I think it was called Pro Wrestling Passion back in the day, back in like 2010, 2011. I liked doing it. It was, you know, me and a couple other guys shooting the shit, talking about wrestling. You know, then the drama started and, you know, right downhill from there. You know, then I got with Otaku's group, you know, F4S and everything. I thought it was cool. You know, getting with Otaku who knows a thing or two about wrestling and everything. And then, you know, you brought in a couple guys. I thought they were cool. And then now they're complete assholes. You know, and I was like, you know, and then more drama started in the group and everything. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get out of here. I don't need to do that. And I just felt at the time that, you know, Otaku wasn't, you know, he was supposed to be the leader of his group and he's supposed to protect his, you know, his little, you know, his members and everything. You know, this is my opinion. I don't hate the guy, but, you know, I mean, I just hate some of the things he does is just, you know, it's just weird, but that's just him. So I'm not, you know, what he does on his own time is what he does on his own time. And I agree with some of the things that he's doing now, you know, but he's taking care of his own business with the trolls and everything. And I'll take care of my business with that. So, and people think I'm leeching off him, like, it's not true. I just agree I agree and I like his videos. So what do you want me to do? Can't stop me from commenting on his videos. So only he can. If he wanted to block me, he would have blocked me already. Just simple fact. But, so yeah, did that, and then I went on my own, still talking wrestling and everything, still part of the YWC, and then around like 2015 came, you know, that guy showed his you-know-what, and I just felt like, you know what, the YWC is dead. It was dead. It died basically when he showed his wang. And then when he got crucified by guys like me and other people, that was like the death knell to the YWC. And ever since, there is no YWC. You can call it the IWC. People still call it the YWC. I don't know why, but the IWC is even worse than the YWC. Because you got egomaniacs that think they're hot shit and clickbait and hate their subscribers. You know what I'm talking about. And it just feels like the wrestling community is full of fucking marks that think they know shit when they don't. And you only got, you got some real ones like me, like Issa, like Otaku, Joe Cronin, people like that are real shooters and real, I don't know what I can say, but real people, I guess, that talk wrestling and they have a passion for it. They have a lot of charisma. People say, I mean, I don't care if people say I don't have a lot of charisma. I don't give a shit. It's like everybody has an opinion, like everybody has an asshole and it stinks. But, if you don't like my opinion, I don't give a shit. Go hop off, go watch, JD. I don't give a shit. You think I care that JD has 139,000 subscribers? I don't care. But he's an egomaniac. He thinks he's the greatest thing since sliced bread, but when he opens his mouth and inserts his foot sometimes, and then, especially with the Alexa Bliss situation, not once, but twice, and then the wrestlers get at him and call him an asshole, but then his faithful subs like, oh, JD's great, he has a great point, But then, when he says something really stupid, and then he's like, oh, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. Makes him look like an idiot. And I personally don't care for JD. JD is boring. I don't care. Let him do what he does. If he has 139,000 subs, great for him. He gets 30,000 views on his shows, great for him. He gets super chats and everything, great for him. Great for him. Great for him. He's making a living off YouTube when he, should be doing something else. But, whatever. If you like JD, that's great for you. But as for me, I could care less for him. I'd rather watch Joe Cronin than JD. That's my own preference. But it is what it is. And that's that. But as far as the wrestling community, their rally is just a cesspool of marks and people that harass people. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it to talk to people that can't formulate an actual opinion. And like I said, if people don't like my opinion, then don't watch my video. But you will. Because most of you are obsessed with me and want to hear what I got to say and try to clip everything I got to say and think you can expose me because I said something. Or if I do my impressions, they're like, oh, Peter's drunk and everything. Like, come on. I don't drink. First of all, I don't drink. The only thing I drink is ginger ale, whatever I got in my cup. Or if I have, water. And I brag when I talk about drunk sex as the best sex, but I don't drink. I just like getting it, But it is what it is. That's it. But as far as the IWC goes, most of the people in this community can go to hell. Because I'm one of the real ones, and like Issa and like Joe Cronin, and Heel Steven and everybody else that's real shooters and real YouTubers, then, we're just going to keep doing our thing. And if you don't like it, too bad. All right, let's move on. All right, Rowley says, you're not allowed to do that. Put phone numbers and addresses out there. That's awful. It's true. It's a crime. It's a crime, dude. But that's what these people do because they think they're hot shit. They think that they're not breaking the law. You are breaking the law. Breaking the law, breaking the law. But then they get pissy, like, oh, when other people do it back to them, they get all pissy, and they like, oh, they cry wolf. Learn to shut your mouth. You don't like someone that you don't like someone who cares. Go on your merry way. Don't be stalking and obsessed with them for 7-10 years because that just shows you have no life. And personally, I don't care anymore what people say about me. I don't care about the videos anymore. It's just pathetic, you know. But like I said, you bring other people into it, it just shows you are a real bitch. It is what it is. Can't do it fair, do it one-on-one, then don't bother talking at all. Because whatever you say at this point now is irrelevant to me, and I don't care. I'm just going to keep going, doing what I do. And like I said, if you don't like it, that's just too goddamn bad. But you will watch because you have nothing better to do in your life. And that's all I got to say about that. But yeah, it is awful, and it's very stupid there, Rally. It's very stupid that these people on YouTube are allowed to do this crap. And YouTube just lets it go in one ear and out the other. And then people, they think they flat, they try to get these people off, but they'll make 6,000 more accounts because YouTube really needs a system where you can't make new accounts or have a limit on how many accounts you have. But they don't do that. And it's the same thing with Google. I still, to this day, I wish that Google and YouTube never merged. I thought it was a bad idea. Same fucking shit. But I digress on that. Anyway, alright, let's move on. Alright, Muhammad says, heard that Cody Rhodes, yeah, Cody, MDK, Cody. Cody Rhodes might be taking time off of WWE Night of Champions for several weeks. Well, yeah, he's going to get his butt kicked severely at Night of Champions. They're talking about doing a squash match where Brock wins in like 3 minutes. And then Cody's going to take basically probably the whole month of July off and then come back at SummerSlam, and they're going to have their third and possible final match. And Cody's supposedly going to win that and win this big feud that's going on. God forbid Cody wins at Night of Champions. I mean, we're going to get another Seth Rollins here. Brock's going to put Cody over not once, not twice, but 3 times. No, you got to have Cody get his butt cleaned. Wipe the floor with him in Saudi Arabia. Put him on the shelf for about a month, storyline-wise. And then let him come back at SummerSlam. Put him in a cage or maybe do a no disqualification, no holds barred match. And then, yeah, Cody might win that big goddamn deal. But where's he going to go from here? Nowhere, because if Vince is still around, he doesn't give 2 shits about Cody. I think Hunter, deep down, still hates what Cody Rhodes did at All In 1. You remember what he did with the sledgehammer to the throne. I think Hunter still ain't gonna live that down. I'm gonna bury you, Cody Rhodes. Just stayed in AEW. He really should have stayed in AEW. He really should, because coming back to WWE right now, he's in his almost getting close to 2 years in WWE. What has he done? What has he really done? Win the Royal Rumble. Big whoop. Big whoop. He won the Royal Rumble. Did he win at WrestleMania against Roman? Nope. He was supposed to be the guy. And what happened? Smashed, stacked, pinned. Good night. Get out of here. Roman's got better things to do. And what does Cody do? Bitches and moans and complains like a little bitch that he is. Thinks that Brock Lesnar is his friend. Smacked him around. Now he's going to get beat at Night of Champions, and then he's going to win, and then what's going to happen after that? Yeah, he'll probably get the World Heavyweight Championship, maybe. But is anybody gonna really care if he's the champ? No. No. No, I think it was Muhammad or somebody said that Cody needs to turn heel. But even if he turns heel, I think anybody's gonna care at this point. I think the Cody hype is over. It's all over. I mean, the fans are gonna go, whoa! You know, do that bullshit with his stupid theme song. He's gonna sell all the merch and everything, but... You know, I gotta finish the story. Yeah, finish the story. Winning the World Heavyweight Championship and holding it for like a couple months, and then getting beat by I don't know who. Somebody on Raw. Whether it be Seth Rollins or somebody else, maybe Riddle or something like that. God forbid it's Riddle. Oh, yeah. But... but it is what it is, but... Yeah, Cody's going to take about a month or so off to sell the beatdown by Brock at Night of Champions and come back at SummerSlam. Thank the Lord he ain't going to be... Hopefully, God, I hope he's not in Money in the Bank. If he's taking time off, he's not going to be at Money in the Bank. Thank the Lord for that. Give Money in the Bank to Eli Drake and Io. The way that it was penciled in already. But knowing WWE, they like to switch things on the fly. If Io doesn't win, who's going to win? It's going to be like, oh, well, it can't be Liv Morgan, because she's gone. Not going to be Dakota Kai, she's gone. We're going to make Bayley win? Again? No. Bayley versus Bianca? I mean, you had to finish that. It really didn't finish that feud. Well, they kind of did, even though Bianca whipped her butt. But really, Io should win and cash in on Bianca and become the champ. So I think that the match wasn't that bad at Backlash, but we knew Io was going to lose. Like, Asuka's going to lose at Night of Champions. Don't get me started. Don't get me started, please. It is what it is, and that's that. Alright, let's get back to Real Rowdy for We're going to get to our NXT review in a minute. But I want to answer my fans, you understand? My fans. That's all I can say about that. Alright, Rowdy says, I've seen that guy Otaku, is it? No comment what I think. NXT was good tonight. What a shock, Lyra going to Battleground. Wow. Well, first of all, I mean, with Otaku, I mean, I don't think he's a bad guy. I just think some of the things he does is a little bit weird. You know, the whole thing, you know, that he did about a year or two ago with Pokemon and everything, sniffing panties and at Target. I was like, oh, that's just weird, dude. That's just weird. And he got called out for it and everything. But I just think the stuff that people are saying about him now, it's just ridiculous. And he's basically owning people right now. You know, he just did a parody of Wrestling Jesus. Oh my God. He didn't do a bad impression of him coming back as Otaku Jesus. Oy, oy, oy. But, you know, it was funny. I thought it was funny. You know, him doing, oh, righty, you understand that? You know, it's a tribute to Wrestling Jesus and everything, but, you know, one of the pillars of the then YWC, along with me and a couple other guys, Gemini and some other people that were old school YWC. I think I'm the only one left, but, you know. But like I said, there is no YWC, so I guess, I'm still an OG, but I don't consider myself the pillar, or one of the pillars, or it is what it is. You know, and, you know, back in the day, Wrestling Jesus called me the face, you understand, the face of that so-called community, and, you know, I ran with it. But, what could have been with WJ, he just became psychotic and went off his rocker. I don't even know what he's doing these days. I hope he's getting better, though. I hope he, found a good psychiatrist and a good therapist, and he's on good medication and living his life in Canada with whatever he's doing in Montreal or wherever he lives. I hope he found peace. Peace, even though he threw me under the bus and, I was trying to help the guy. A lot of people were trying to help the guy when he went on his 7-hour meltdown. But sometimes you can't help people that don't want help. But it is what it is. I did a Rise and Fall Wrestling Jesus video on my Rant channel. It's got a lot of views, which is great. So, but I just wish that Wrestling Jesus got the help he needed then, because I still think he'd probably be on YouTube still today and still kicking ass and not making thousands of, backup channels when he has like 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5,000 subs. If he would have kept his original channel, I think WJ would have at most 30 to 50,000 subscribers. Maybe more than that. But what might have been. But that's it. All right, if you don't have any comment what you think of him, that's fine. I'm not going to roast you for it. As far as NXT was tonight, it was pretty damn good. I enjoyed it. We're going to get into it in a minute. Lyra beating Corey Jade was a shock. I thought Corey was going to win and go to the finals. I thought it might have been Roxy versus Cora to kind of finish that little storyline feud. Obviously not. I just don't understand why they're not, not pulling the trigger with Corey Jade. She's a great heel and everything, but I just don't understand why, Shawn Michaels and company are not, she should be women's champion by now. Or at least had a reign as champ. I guess they see something else. I don't know. But Lyra beating her tonight was kind of shocking. But it is what it is. That's that. Move on. All right, everyone likes different people. There's so many wrestling podcasts now, plenty to choose from. I listen to about 20. There you go. LOL, just realized I listen to a lot. Well, I listen to a lot too. Joe Cronin, Issa, Wrestling Inc. podcast, Heel Steven and Company, and various other people that I actually enjoy listening to. Denise Salcido and people like that are actually good. But, if you like me, that's great. If you don't, like I said, get off my channel. But it is what it is. Can't please everybody. You can't please everybody on YouTube or not in real life, but some in real life too. You can't please everybody in real life. You can't please everybody on YouTube and social media. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You just do what you do, and people don't like you. Well, too bad for them. That's pretty much it. Let them go watch somebody with like 5 subs. It is what it is. All right, I'm a massive Cody Rhodes fan. I see you are not. No. I did respect him back in the day. When he was in Ring of Honor, when he was in the Bullet Club. All the time he was in Japan in Ring of Honor. I liked that Cody. That Cody was great. But then, and then when it went to AEW, like that too. But then he started becoming really boring. With his promos, hey, what do you want to talk about? Every week we have to hear that. And the fans started hating him, and I was like, yeah, this guy, it's the same fucking shit. He just basically became John Cena of AEW. doing the same crappy promo every week, but not outshining his accolades that he has. Ring of Honor champion, tag team champion in WWE with his brother Dustin back in the day. Intercontinental champion. And it was dashing. And then, TNT champion 3 times. Pretty good feuds with MJF and I think Jericho and people like that, Sammy Guevara. But I just don't like this run he's on right now because it's boring. His promos every week are boring. Some are good, some are just pathetic. I do respect the guy. I just don't like the way he's being portrayed right now. It's just monotonous and boring. It is what it is, and that's it. All right, a couple more comments, and I'm going to get into the review. But chat room's still wide open, like Reby Sky's legs. If you want to chat. Okay, Rowley says it's boring wrestling Brock every pay-per-view, isn't it? All right, I would hate to wrestle Brock every pay-per-view and get my ass kicked. But, it is what it is. That's that. All right, final comment from Muhammad, who says, any chance of Lita interfering in the Becky Lynch Trish Stratus match at this Saturday's Night of Champions? Doubtful. Very doubtful. I think if they do a rematch, which could happen maybe I was going to say Money in the Bank, but I think Becky might be in Money in the Bank. Trish we won't see her until probably SummerSlam. So if they do a rematch at SummerSlam, yeah, I do see Lita coming back at SummerSlam. Or I think after Night of Champions, Lita comes back and then, tries to get her revenge on Trish for what happened, laying her out and then putting her on the shelf, so to speak. Then we got Trish versus Lita at SummerSlam, which I think will be a great match. But we'll see what happens with that. But I think, Becky's going to lose to Trish. And then, like I said, I think Trish is going to go to SummerSlam and face off against, most likely, Lita. Unless they go with Trish and Bianca at SummerSlam for the title, and they give Trish the belt. Then Lita comes back, maybe goes for the title, but I don't think she's going to win it. But, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But as far as her being at Night of Champions, I doubt it. We never know. And that's that. All right. So, we talked for 48 minutes with some good wrestling discussion. And let's get into the review for NXT tonight. As always, it comes your way from Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando, Florida, at the Capitol Wrestling Center. And our commentary team, as always, the man with the creepy jacket, that's Vic Joseph, and the man who orders a lot of DoorDash, and that's Booker T, sucker. And it is what it is. All right. So tonight was all based around the women's title tournament semifinals between Lyra Valkyria and Corey Jade, and Roxy against Tiffany Stratton. And then in between, we set up more for Battleground. So this is the go-home show before Battleground. And I thought it was a pretty damn good show. Take notes there, Raw. Take notes, Raw and SmackDown. This is how you do a go-home show. This was a great show. And let's get into it. So we start off with all 4 ladies in the tournament cutting promos, saying they're going to win the belt, this and that, and that's it. All right, then we get to the first women's title tournament semifinal match. We got Lyra Valkyria, the lassie from Ireland, taking on the resident former skater girl, Corey Jade. Kind of a quick match to start. I thought that this match would have went a little bit longer. But anyway, it starts off with Lyra starting out fast and furious. She gets a small package for a near fall. Then a suplex, also for a near fall. Corey manages to tie her in the ropes for some chops, followed by a kick to the back of the head for a near fall. Ow. Then they try to slow it down with a... Corey tries to slow it down with a chin lock circa 1935. But that doesn't last long as Lyra is up with a bunch of strikes, only get caught in a guillotine choke. I think she was trying for a suplex, and then like Corey held on and grabbed her, put her in a guillotine. And then they get back up. I think Corey tried for a move, and Lyra hits a quick spinning kick to the head, and like Corey saw it coming, and she went, oh! So Lyra hits that. 1, 2, 3. Lyra Valkyria with the shocking win. So she goes to the finals, where she will face off against either Roxy or Tiffany Stratton. Match was okay, not great, so I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. But after the match, kind of sets up the finals and what might happen. So after the match, Corey gets pissy, spoils sport. She grabs her stick and hits Lyra in the knee. And then some shots to the back for added bonus. And then she leaves as referees come out to check on Lyra, who probably has a messed up knee. So they want to try the injury angle and everything. Like, Lyra can't compete at Battleground, so Corey's going to get put in. I thought that's kind of lame, but it is what it is. That's that. And we move on with that. All right. So Lyra advances, and we'll see who she faces in the finals at Battleground, either Roxy or Tiffany Stratton. Let me move on. All right. Then we see Dijak coming into the arena. He's walking in the back, and then he gets jumped by the Russian Dragon, Ilya Dragunov. And they basically recreate what happened with Ilya 2 weeks ago when Dijak attacked him, threw him into the gate, and then he shut the gate down on his stomach and everything. So they try to recreate that, and then referees intervene, and Dijak's all fucked up. So that little feud continues on, and we'll see what happens with that as we move on. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Then we go to the arena for our next match. We go to the men this time, and we have A-Kid Axiom taking on the big man Double Cuddle or Kamino Aziz. So kind of quick match, under 2-minute match. So first 2 matches were really damn quick. So with Axiom going for the knee to start, then scores with an enziguri. But Double Cuddle comes back, goes for a choke slam, gets broken up. A-Kid goes for the leg again, but Double Cuddle powers him around. But Axiom comes back with a Dragon Screw leg whip over the rope. Ow. To slow it down. They get back up, and Double Cuddle hits one mean clothesline, spinning Axiom on it all the way around. Then he picks him up, hits a sit-out choke bomb. 1, 2, 3, Double Cuddle gets the win over Axiom. And the match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. After the match, Double Cuddle continues the beat down on Axiom. But then, out of nowhere, Reggie, we all remember Reggie, don't we, Scripps? So, Reggie, coming out, looked like he was like almost like the sommelier when he first saw him with Sasha Banks, not Sasha Banks, sorry, Carmella. And then when he first came out, Reggie comes in. We get a low bridge. Double Cuddle gets sent out of the ring, and then Reggie tries to check on Axiom, and Axiom's like, "Get out of here! What are you doing here?" And Reggie's like, "I'm just trying to help you. You beat me, you took my mask off and exposed me and everything. I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to help. Return the favor, I guess." So, I don't know where this is going to go. I guess probably next week we're going to get Reggie versus Double Cuddle. Oh, well. And so we'll see what happens with that. But, glad Reggie got rid of that scripts gimmick. Oh, that was so bad. So bad. But it is what it is. And that's it. Alright, after that, we go to my cousin. Well, I can't call him out because he was interrogated. So, Tony D, my cousin, Tony D'Angelo, who gets you a chicken parmesan hero for $2. Anyway, Tony's in the interrogation room at the jail. And, the officer comes in. They're about to start the interrogation. And he says, I want to get straight to the point. And the officer wants to know why Tony's name keeps coming up in various investigations. So he shows Tony a video from an informant, which we don't see. And Tony's like, that's not me on the video. Doesn't look like me. And then another officer comes in and says, Officer Stewart, we have more information about Mr. D'Angelo. I'm like, uh-oh. So they leave, and then Tony rushes to the door. He's like, wants to hear what's going on. So things are not looking good for the Don. Not that he did anything. He's innocent. Free the Don. Hashtag free the Don. Put that in the chat and on YouTube, on Facebook and Twitter. So we'll see what happens with that, and hopefully the Don can go on his merry way and no charges will be filed. He doesn't get arrested. But we'll see what happens with that. All right, so I gave that 3.25 out of 5 stars. Then we get a very nice video on Bron Breakker and the NXT World Champ Carmelo Hayes, with Carmelo taking the NXT title at Stand and Deliver. And then Breakker went full heel, attacked Hayes and Trick Williams over the last couple of weeks on their road to their rematch at Battleground. So I felt that was a very good hype promo, even though they're going to save that for Battleground. And it is what it is, and that's all I got to say about that. And we move on. All right, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. All right, after that, we go to the Gallus Boys, Wolfgang, Mark, and Joe Coffey, the NXT Tag Team Champions. They're not happy about the other teams, such as Tony D and Stax, and the Creed brothers, Julius and Brutus, coming after their belts. And speaking of the Creeds, they come out to interrupt. They waste no time in issuing a challenge for the belts, but the match is not official yet. Instead, they brawl, and then Joe Coffey gets involved too. So it's basically a 3-on-2 beatdown. Gallus is in control, but then Stax comes in and even things out, and they clear the ring. Now, why would Stax help out the Creed brothers? I know mutual respect from their match at Stand and Deliver. And everything, blah, 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 and I don't know. I don't know what's going on here with Stax and the Creed brothers, but we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that segment 2.5 out of 5 stars. That's that. All right, then we go to the back with Mackenzie Mitchell and her best friend, Wesley, the North American champion, who isn't sure what is going on around here. It feels like everyone is coming for the belt. And he's like, maybe I should just stop letting people get close to me. And then Tyler Bate comes in, one of his opponents at Battleground for the NXT title, along with Joe Gacy. Bate comes in and says, we're still friends, but I have to worry about my match with Eddie Thorpe later on. And then he leaves, and then Wesley is like, I'm not convinced we're friends. So we'll have to see what happens with that in just a little bit. But I gave the segment 2.5 out of 5 stars. That's that. All right. Then we go to Eddie Thorpe, Carl Fredericks taking on Tyler Bate. I thought this match was pretty good. Wesley on commentary. So it's also with Tyler working on the wrist to start. Eddie comes right back up with a headlock of his own, so kind of circa 1925 wrestling there. So, little technical wrestling, but that stops as Tyler sweeps the leg down your son for a 1 count. Slides between the legs for an early standoff. That was pretty nice. Fans liked it. Then Tyler grabs a small package for a near fall, but a kick to the back cuts him off. And then Eddie goes to work, grabs a seated abdominal stretch, but Tyler powers up for the middle rope elbow to the face. Then he hits a standing shooting star press for a near fall. Then he runs Eddie over again, picks him up, sets off a Tyler Driver 97, and he hits it 1, 2, 3. In just under 5 minutes, Tyler Bate gets the win. And the match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Joe Gacy comes in, takes out Tyler. Wesley comes on commentary, tries to help, but he gets his butt kicked by Joe Gacy, who then holds up the title. And that's pretty much it. So we'll see what happens on Sunday for the North American title. I hope we get a title change, but we'll see what happens. All right, then we go to Mackenzie Mitchell in the NXT trainer's room with Lyra Valkyria, who's getting looked at by the trainer. Her knee is all bruised and swollen from the attack by Corey Jade. And she doesn't know if she's gonna make it to Battleground, but she says, I'll stay here and rehab, do whatever I gotta do to get ready for Battleground, and I will be ready for Battleground. So Mackenzie's like, well, who do you want to face in the finals? So she's like, well, both women are highly talented, but I want to face Roxy in the finals because Roxy is the best in NXT. I would have loved to see that match, but are we going to see it? Well, we'll have to find out in the main event, and that's that. All right, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. All right, then we get a video about the Heritage Cup and everything. And speaking of the Heritage Cup, we got Noam Dar, I believe, making his in-ring re-debut. He takes on Ben Frazier, otherwise known as Nathan Frazier. This match was a banger. I like this match. And let's get into it. So it's also with Noam Dar working on the wrist to start, quickly reversed into a headlock. To get back up, and Nathan Frazier starts dodging everything that Dar throws at him to make Dar pissy. And then he kicks Noam out to the floor, with Noam needing to be near his Heritage Cup. He's my baby. It's okay. So we go to break. We come back. Noam breaks up a springboard attempt to take over, and then stomps on Ben Frazier's arm. And then Nathan Frazier comes back, strikes away at Noam Dar, setting up an AJ Styles springboard moonsault into a reverse DDT. He's been watching tapes. Nice. Noam tries to break up the springboard, but Frazier head fakes him and hits the springboard axe handle. Then a swinging suplex gets a near fall. Goes for the Phoenix Splash and missed. And Noam's ankle lock is all broken up, so he settles for kicking Frazier right in the head. And then we get a cross arm breaker by Noam Dar, has Nathan Frazier in trouble until he stacks Dar on his back for a near fall. And we go to another break. We come back and Frazier gets a near fall off a super kick. Then they exchange chops. Noam wins the exchange, hits one hell of a spinning elbow drop to the face for a near fall. And then Dragon Lee comes out, Noam's opponent, in the Heritage Cup match at Battleground, which is going to be epic. So he comes out to look at the cup, and that distraction sends Noam outside to check on the cup. He's like, don't you touch my cup! And then Nathan Frazier hits a big flippy yibbity-doo on the outside. They go back in. He goes up top, hits the Phoenix Splash. 1, 2, 3. Nathan Frazier gets the upset win over Noam Dar, non-Heritage Cup match. Match lasted under 13 minutes. I thought it was pretty damn good, and I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Clearly, the match of the night right there. And we move on with that. And then after the match, Nathan Frazier and Dragon Lee look at the cup as Noam Dar kind of gets pissy. Now, I was thinking they were going to do a triple threat match, but I guess unless something happens before now and Sunday, it's just going to be one-on-one. And that's pretty much it. And we move on. All right, let me take a sip of water because I need it. So, whatever you got, cheers, my friend. That's that. All right. Move on. All right. After that, we go to a promo from Ilya Dragunov, who's ready to hurt Dijak at Battleground. They're in the locker room with like Jensen and Briggs and various other people there, and he's talking. And then Dijak comes in. We got another humongous brawl inside the locker room, and both men had to be pulled apart by most of the locker room. So that was crazy. So I don't think anybody can stop them from beating the crap out of each other. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Then we get a nice video of Carmelo Hayes returning to his hometown of Boston, where he lives in the Massachusetts area. And got to do a media tour for Battleground. He was in Lowell doing various other things. And that was kind of cool. He went to like a fancy restaurant, Calhoun's, I think it was called. Got the the VIP treatment. Got a good big juicy steak and whatever he got. I thought that was kind of cool to see that. We got to see more of that. I think I like. Let's see more of that. I like it. And we move on with that. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. And we move on with that. And that's it. All right, then we get to our next match. We got Hank and Tank facing off against each other. Hank Walker against Tank Ledger. The partners, friends, opponents. So they can even... they come out together, which was kind of weird. Never saw that in wrestling. Like friend and foe come out at the same time, unless they were fighting. But so it's kind of cool, kind of weird and cool at the same time to see both men come out at the same time. So anyway, this match didn't last that long, under 3 minutes. Did I say under 3 minutes? We got something like a cartwheel splash gets a near fall by Tank, but then Hank hits him right in the face. Then he hits a splash in the corner, and then we get stereo cross bodies. Both of them hit the move at the same time, but Hank got the cover. 1, 2, 3. Hank Walker gets the win. Big goddamn whoop, and I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. After the match, Braun Breaker comes out and spears the living crap out of both of them, sending a message to Carmelo. Okay, we move on with that. That's it. All right, then we go to the back where we have the Creed brothers and Ivy Nile. They're with Stax, and they thank him for his help earlier with Gallus. So Stax offers to help them out at Battleground, but the Creed's like, no. You worry about Tony D. We got this. No offense. So no offense was taken, and the Creed said, if we win the tag team titles, you and Tony D get the first shot. And Stax like, nice. And that's pretty much it. I still think Stax turned on Tony D. I still think. I think he's the rat. I mean, who else could it be? Obviously, Stax got a little bit power hungry and he wants to be the Don. So, how do you take out a Don? You call the feds. That's what you do. And that's all I got to say about that. So, we move on with that. So, I gave that segment 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the segment of the night. The lovely Gigi Dolan comes out for a chat. She talks about coming from a broken home where there was a lot of addiction. She has trouble letting people in. Well, you let Darby Allin in. Anyway, she has trouble letting people in, but she did it with JC, who turned on her. And then out of nowhere, JC appears in the crowd and says, "I can't stand any more of this emo talk." Yikes. And then she talks about how she carried toxic attraction. Really, that was Mandy. But Gigi knows that she's in her head. So she's like, "That doesn't work for me." Who brings up Miles, her little Gigi's little brother. Gigi just points out the fact that they have one win apiece, so something's got to give. But JC accuses her of pandering to her social media fan base, talking about her Instagram stories and stuff like that. Wow. And then Gigi's like, "All right, we got to end this, and we're going to do it next week in a solid steel cage, brother." But JC's like, no, JC said, "Let's do it in a cage." And Gigi's like, no. We're not going to do it in a cage. It's like, we're not going to get ultra violent, but we're going to get violent, more violent, and we're going to have weapons around the cage. I'm like, oh yeah. Please, for the love of God, make both of them busted wide open. Make this probably one of the bloodiest and sickest women's matches in WWE and NXT history. Please, for the love of God, make both of them bleed like stuffed fucking pigs. And make Gigi wants to go back to her indie days. So this is the match to do it. Let Gigi just go berserk. Don't go too berserk though. Don't pull out the bloody tampon. Oh. We don't want to see that again. But knowing Gigi and her crazy warped mind, Priscilla Kelly, going into her evil warped mind, she might pull out another bloody tampon. Who knows? But she is going to fuck JC up in that cage. It's going to be barbaric next week. And like I said, there better be blood. There better be. If there's not, then it's just a waste. It's a waste to have a weapons match and a weapons cage match. But this segment was great, and I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. So next week is going to be brutal, as Vampiro used to say. So, weaponized steel cage match next week. Oh, I can't wait. Let me move on. All right, after that, we get a promo from a newcomer called Luca Crucifino, the guy that was getting beat up by Von Wanda the last couple weeks. Well, now he has a name, and it's Luca Crucifino. Nice Italian name. "My name is Luca. I live on the second floor. I live downstairs from you." Gotta love Suzanne Vega. That great hit in the 80s. Great hit. Great. Love it. Anyway, he promises legal action against Von Wagner later on in the evening. That seems vulgar. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. We move on. All right, then, like I said, we get the Heritage Cup rules and hyping up Dragon Lee and Noam Dar. 6 3-minute rounds, and I think you have to get 3 falls in that 6 rounds. So it's like basically a 3 out of 6 round, 6, no, I shouldn't say that. 3 out of 6 fall match, if you want to be technical. So we move on with that. So that was pretty cool. And then we go to NXT Anonymous, who's spying on people again. And this time he spies on Noam Dar, trying to get Oro Menza's help against Dragon Lee. But Oro's like, no, you got your own thing, I got my own thing, I'm out of here. So he leaves, and then we see one of my favorite people in the whole wide world, Lash Legend, and the lovely Jakara Jackson, who got a nice ass. Holy crap. Anyway, so they come in and they start laughing at Norm, and basically I think Lash said that, "Oh, you're not gonna hold that Heritage Cup for long, dude. Get shit done." I wish she was actually fighting. Her and Jakara should form a tag team, go after the women's tag team belts. They should win it. That would be, I would love that. But from my mouth to Shawn Michaels' ears, right in one ear, one out, right there, Shawn? Don't listen to the fans or what they want. It is what it is with the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And that's that. All right, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to Luca Chris. Oh, it's late. Luca Crucifino taking on Von Wagner with Mr. Stone, Robbie E. at ringside. Basically, Von beats the crap out of him, took him to the outside. They go back in. Luca avoids a charge in the corner and stomps away, so he got a little bit of offense. Hip toss neck breaker gives him a near fall. He sends Von to the outside. And then Luca does the stupid thing and goes after Robbie E., who has the picture of Von as a baby, after his brain surgery in his pocket. And Von saw that, and he went off. He went ballistic. He runs Luca over and starts beating the crap out of him in the ring. Hammers away in the ropes, and the referee's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he gets the 5, and he called for the bell, disqualification, in a little over 2.5 minutes. Match I didn't give two craps about. I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Robbie E's like telling him, he was about to put him powerbomb through the table, the announcer's table, and Robbie's like, don't do it, it's done, let's just go to the back. So Ronda's like, okay, fuck it, powerbombs him through the announcer's table, and the table did not break, that Japanese table that it is. And then Robbie E's freaking out, freak out like the Macho Man, So, that situation, that storyline continues. I don't know what the end game is. And it is what it is, and that's that. So 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. All right, then we go back to jail, back to the prison, whatever we're at. Tony D, second part of the interrogation. So both officers come back. They tell Tony to get up, and he gets arrested. Damn it! So Tony's going to be serving some hard time in the slammer, but we have a plan. We're going to get him out. I'll drive the car and we'll get him out of jail. He'll be out in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. But Tony D is innocent. So if you're on social media, put the hashtag #FreeTheDon and keep it going. That's it. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. So see what happens with Tony D next week. If he gets out, who's the rat? Most likely Stacks. But we'll see. That's it. Alright, then we go to your main event of the evening. The second part of the women's title tournament semifinals. We got the lovely Roxanne Perez, taking on the even more beautiful Tiffany Stratton. Daddy! I'm gonna win, Daddy, just for you! Good luck, sunshine. I'll give you my card after, if you win. Okay, Daddy! Okay. So anyway, Tiffany Stratton takes on Roxy. I was like, if Tiffany Stratton does not win this match, I'm going to riot. I think a lot of people will too. So anyway, this was a pretty good match. Starts with Roxy getting the jump. We get a test of strength to start. Tiffany spins around and cartwheels herself to a standoff. She's very talented. Anyway, then we get a sunset flip by Roxy for a near fall. Then she starts cranking on the arm for a little bit. Tiffany reverses that into a wrist lock of her own, but gets taken down and ankle scissor to the floor. They go back in. Tiffany pulls Roxy off the top rope for a big time crash. As we go to break. We come back. Roxy comes back, drop kicks Tiffany to the floor. Then she nails a suicide dive. Then another one for an added bonus. 2 for the price of 1. Go back in. Tiffany rolls through a high cross body. Goes for Champagne Wishes, that triple jump moonsault, and missed. Roxy then hammers away with some right hands, but Tiffany comes back, hits a great lowdown or a sky high for a near fall. And then both women go up top. Roxy snaps off a super hurricane rana, followed by a Russian leg sweep for a near fall. And then kind of get a little bit of a wardrobe malfunction. If you notice, the screen went black for a second. Tiffany had to fix her titties. Anyway, it doesn't fit. So she had to adjust her tatas, which allowed her to hit the Regal roll. And she goes up top, hits the prettiest moonsault ever, or PME, or Champagne Wishes, whatever you want to call it. Tiffany goes to the cover. 1, 2, 3. Tiffany Stratton, yes, is going to NXT Battleground. She will face Lyra Valkyria in the finals. I think it's going to be a pretty good match, but this match was pretty good. I gave it 3.25. Excuse me. Out of 5 stars. That's it. And then after that, we get the Battleground rundown from Vic Joseph and Booker T. Sucker. So then we cut back to live action. Lyra and Tiffany. Lyra came out and they stare each other down. They talk trash while Roxy is looking on with her back turned. And then we see that masked woman who took out Wendy Choo Choo, and basically, Danny Palmer. She took out Sol Ruka. We don't know who she is. People still think it's Blair Davenport. Don't know. But she comes out and attacks Roxy from behind. And then Lyra has to run her off. And then referees come out as well to check on Roxy. So we still don't know who this woman is, but more than likely it's Blair Davenport coming back from, I think she got injured. And that's pretty much it. So we'll see what happens with that situation and when she's going to get revealed. Well, that's that. Let me move on. All right. Then we see Dijak coming out to sign the Hold Harmless papers that Vic Joseph had earlier in the night for his match with Ilya Dragunov. But then Ilya comes out. They fight again. They fight again in the ring and outside the ring. Dijak fights back, sends Ilya into the barricade. Then he goes over to the announce table, signs the contract. And then Ilya comes right back and beats down Dijak. He signs the contract. And then they fight some more. Dijak grabs the stairs, about to hit Ilya with it. But Ilya kicked the stairs, which caused Dijak to drop the stairs and then hit his head at the same time on the way down. And then Ilya jumps off the steps and hits a torpedo and lays him out. Then he goes on top of the steps and poses as referees are trying to stop this mess. And then we see Dijak struggle to his feet, and then he falls down as the referee's like, it's over, you're done. So, supposedly they're going to have a last man standing match. That's going to be brutal. I think that's going to steal the show. But I think that one and maybe Noam Dar and Dragon Lee of the Heritage Cup, that's going to steal the show. So, Double or Nothing might have, unless they put on some bangers. I think that Anarchy in the arena match with the Elite and the Blackpool Cup Club is going to be brutal, and it's going to be, I think it's going to be one hell of a match. So as a Four Pillars match, I don't think it's going to be that great. I think MJF's still going to win. Jericho and Adam Cole, baby, in an unsanctioned match is going to be brutal and bloody, probably. That might steal the show as well. But, we'll have to see what happens with the rest of the card and everything. But I think Double or Nothing may eke out or may tie NXT Battleground for best pay-per-view of the weekend, along with Night of Champions. But we got a long weekend. We got 3 pay-per-views in the span of 2 days. So we got all that. I will do my predictions for Night of Champions on Friday afternoon. So stay tuned for that on TSL number 65, I believe, 66, I think, or 65 or 66. We got that. And then Sunday, we got we're gonna go live right around Sunday afternoon, right before Double or Nothing and Battleground. We'll go live for your Double or Nothing and NXT Battleground predictions. So we'll get that. Also, we're doing reviews right here on the channel. So stay tuned. Please, for the love of God, hit that bell, because if you miss those, you're out of luck. And that's all I gotta say about that. All right, so I gave that final segment 3.25 out of 5 stars, but in the end, NXT was an amazing show, and I gave it a solid 7.25 out of 10 stars. It was great. This is how a go-home show is supposed to be, and we'll see what happens Sunday night in Lowell, Massachusetts. We got a video about it with clips of various WWE shows in Lowell, Massachusetts over the years, old Raws, SmackDowns, pay-per-views, stuff like that. So really WWE's making this pay-per-view feel special and important, and we'll see how it comes out. So that was a pretty good video package, and we'll see what happens with that. I will not be watching Battleground live because I'll be watching Double or Nothing. I will be rewatching Battleground on Memorial Day on this Monday night. Not Monday night. Monday afternoon before I do my Monday festivities, and then I will do my review. Not gonna. That will not be. I might go live for the review before I actually go out and do my Memorial Day things. I don't know if I'm going out yet. It's up in the air right now, but we'll see what happens with that. But I will be doing NXT Battleground review on Memorial Day Monday, getting you set up for Monday Night Raw as well. So lots of videos coming your way. So hit that bell and get notified, and that's pretty much it. So tomorrow I will be back live for AEW Dynamite from Vegas. It's going to be a great go-home show. We're going to find out if Punk is going to be on Collision on June 17th, where it's going to be, if it's Chicago, or it's going to be at Daly's place in Jacksonville, Florida. So tomorrow's going to be a big, interesting day. If Tony Khan and Punk have been talking, friends that know Punk say that he will be at Collision. So I guess we'll find out tomorrow. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And we move on. All right, so I'm out of here, guys. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to Real Rally Sport Rally and Muhammad for coming in. And anybody else who watched, thank you for the free view, assholes. And that's pretty much it for that. All right, so once again, 7.25 out of 5 stars for NXT. That was a very good show, and we'll see what happens at Battleground this Sunday night. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out, rock on, and rock hard with your compute. And if you're not down with that, well, if you're not down with that, then you're SOL, and you know what that means. And I also got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. So that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow for AEW Dynamite. But until then, go fuck yourselves. Peace. Bye.